In a year where we've seen energy security really trumping concerns over climate, and in this macroeconomic environment, what can COP27 achieve that COP26 did not?
Yeah. Well, obviously energy security is important, but I wouldn't say it has trumped climate. What you see at this COP very clearly now is this is for the first time really that you see an integrated agenda of climate and public policy. We're now talking WTO reforms, we're talking financial reforms. Climate change is now firmly embedded in most countries' policies, and that's a big change. What you also see is, despite the challenges that you mentioned, related a lot of them to the war in the Ukraine, the fast rising food and energy prices, you've seen Europe actually accelerate their conversion. You've seen the implementation of the IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act in the US, which is a reasonable piece of legislation. You've seen the elections in Brazil, where climate did play a role. So there are things happening that I think would give us encouragement that we're moving in the right direction. But at the end of the day, I 100% agree with you. You add up the numbers, you even add up what all the countries are submitting here, we're only seeing a 12% decline if it was all implemented. And we need a 50% decline this decade. So we're far from where we need to be. And what you see here in this COP, which has always been a difficult COP, I wrote about it before, that we need to manage our own expectations. But you see now firmly the food agenda being embedded. That's 30% of the problem, but also 30% of the solution. It can be done much faster and actually cheaper to do that. You see the youth and civil society now present really throughout the conference. You see talk about financial reforms that we need. For the first time really, we might not be there, but that we talk loss and damage, that we talk about reforms of the Bretton Woods systems. So we see a lot of things happening here that give us encouragement, at least, that we're on the right track. But yeah, we would have liked to be in a better situation. There's no question about it. But given the global environment, the fact that China isn't here, that India isn't here, that the US is hopefully coming in today, but still has been absent at presidential level, makes it a little bit more difficult to expect breakthroughs.